having said that, I feel that it's wrong to say that we can choose any one side, because as
Okay.
human, we have to deal with both.
Yes, very true. There are certain
Right.
words, the word impulsive. Example, its meaning is when you act quickly without thinking, but in a
Right.
positive manner. Say it's a wonderful book. If you can read it, it's an amazing book which anybody can go through. But have you heard of the word gluttony?
No, I have never heard it.
But in general, it says that whatever you do after a certain limit, beyond your limit, it's a sin. His wrath is going out of control. You've not heard of the word sloth?
I have
Sloth
heard it,
is,
but
yeah, it's laziness. It's basically advanced vocabulary. That I always believe in something called clarity. And that's something that I always focus on because without clarity, there's no point in going forward. See, I might be a person who has advanced vocabulary, or I might be a person who's damn fluent in the language. But if I start pronouncing things in a way that people don't understand, then I don't think there's a whole purpose in going forward with it. So that's why I
that's
always tell my learners focus on clarity rather than. So I
right.
always try to stick on to simple language so that people will
Right.
understand. But
She
okay.
was using different Gen Z slangs, which I don't know. And I was
Hello, good morning.
very good morning, ma'am. How are
How
you?
are you? I'm doing great. Thank you so much for asking. How are you doing?
Yes, yes, I'm also doing great.
Yes. So it's our first session together, right?
Right.
Yes. How is your day going? All good?
Yeah, day was going really great.
Okay, great. So, since it's our first session together, I would like to hear something about you. Could you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, definitely. My name is Karishma Chauhan. I'm speaking to you from Gurgaon. I was born and brought up in Delhi, completed all my education there, and I'm an advocate by profession. I'm also a mother of two children. Apart from that, I have a YouTube channel side by side. Yeah, so my hobby is to connect with different people and talking with them. That's all about me.
Okay, great. So, uh, how did you end up here? As in, what was the challenge that you're facing with English?
The main challenge is my grammar and vocabulary. I can speak
Okay.
basic English nicely. I can express my thought, but
Mm-hmm.
the problem is that I cannot speak business English or professional English. You can say that. So that
Okay.
is my requirement.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great. So you're an advocate by profession. You're practicing.
Yes, right, right. Yes, I do.
So what lawyer are you?
IPR, intellectual
Oh,
property right, trademark, copyright,
great.
and patent and all. Yeah.
Okay, great. So how come you chose to become a lawyer? What's the motivation behind that?
No, I didn't choose actually. It comes very naturally to me because there was a time when I used to work with a law firm, and somehow the people who worked there, like my seniors, they motivated me that Karishma, I think you should get this degree because you're doing really well in this profession, and I think you could do better even in future. That's
Okay.
how I end up doing this LLB. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, great. I think I've seen your YouTube channel. I think it was a conversation with Nandakumar sir.
Yes, you must have seen because that video, I think
Yeah.
many tutors have seen that video.
Yeah. Now I'm like recollecting that. Oh, yes, I've seen your videos then because I think that was a video that came as a pop-up. And then I was very curious and started watching it. I was not able to finish it. But yeah, I have seen your videos. Pretty good. You're doing a good job with your YouTube, I guess.
Yes, it's going really great now.
Great. How long has it been since you started it?
More than 2.5 years. I think it's three will be completed soon.
Oh, great. So how are you managing both? Lawyer and a content creator? Wow.
Yeah, so it's all about time management, I feel. It's more about time management because we all do have time. It's just that we don't want to manage it. We always
Hmm.
feel burden ourselves. So that's why I say that people should choose the profession which they really love to do. It shouldn't feel burden that, okay, I have to do it. No, you have to do it, you feel that energy, and that's how that I'm doing YouTube. It is something that I really fascinated about this YouTube even earlier. Since I'm there, I feel that it's my energy booster. Whenever I feel low, I simply connect with somebody, I talk to the people and upload videos. So that's a medium of my communication as well, and I feel really great when I do that.
Oh, great. That's a good So what motivates you with all this? What makes you push yourself into it?
You can say that my conditions, because the time when I took sabbatical for my child, I think
Mhm.
I had spent 3 or 4 years with him. That time I was not doing anything. So that though those 4 years, I was only planning that what I will do when he will start going to the school. So
Mhm.
that planning only starts with YouTube, because I got a lot of free time that time. So I thought of, let's polish my English first and then I'll do something with YouTube as well. So this is
Oh,
how I end up doing it. Yeah.
great, great, great. Yes. Okay, so coming back to the session, what would you like to do today?
If there is something like related, any activity where I can get the chance to enhance my vocabulary, I would love to do.
Mhm.
Apart
Okay.
from that, it's your choice. Whatever you want, you can continue.
It's my choice. It's never my choice. It's always the learner's choice. So I can't go with that concept because I'm here
Okay.
to help everybody. Is there any
Okay.
particular? I think the topic is pretty good for today. It's apt
Yeah,
for
I have.
your profession, if I'm not wrong, vice and virtue. What is
Yes.
your opinion on that?
Vice
How do you
and
manage
virtue.
both?
I think I am coming in the category of virtue, not in the vice.
Mm-hmm.
And but you know what? Having said that, I feel that it's wrong to say that we can choose any one side, because as
Okay.
human, we have to deal with both. And
Yes, very true.
knowingly or unknowingly, we
Mm-hmm.
actually have both of the things in us.
Yes, very true. Very true that. So, but in a conscious way, which one would you choose?
Obviously, virtue.
Mm-hmm. And what's the reason behind that?
It's my nature, you can say that maybe.
Mm-hmm. Being virtuous?
Yeah.
Okay. And vice? Why not vice?
What exactly the meaning of virtue in your words, your term?
So virtue is basically something that you're desirable. It's basically a character that you get. Okay,
Mhm.
it can be something that is good, excellent. So it has a synonym of everything, a mixture of positive things.
Mixture of positive things.
Yeah. So it is seen as a character trait rather than something that you produce. It's seen in somebody's character.
Somebody's
So
character.
that is virtue. It has a relation with honesty,
Honesty.
compassion, being passionate about something. So it's basically something that's very positive.
So it's basically about
Right.
me, actually.
So
I
vice is
feel
more of the
everything.
opposite side. You know, it has a negative effect where you think in a different way, where you think about yourself.
As I
See.
said, that we are humans and we have to
Mm.
survive here in this world. So sometimes,
Yes.
even unintentionally, we had to choose that a different path. Sometimes we
Hmm.
don't even want to do it, but out of compulsion, we have to do it
We
because we
tend to
feel
do
like,
it.
yeah. So that is why we nobody wants to be on that path actually. Nobody
Mm.
wants to be a bad person. Every person wants to be good in this world. But knowingly or unknowingly, there are some situation which create its own, and we have to end up being like in that category.
Mm. Very true. So it's not about good or evil. Everybody
Yeah,
has a good side. Everybody has an evil
to the
side
best.
too. Right.
Right,
It's That's how
right,
humans are created. If you are good,
right,
then there would be bad in you also. Right.
right.
Yes.
Definitely.
Okay. So, the according to the session, if you check, there are two divisions. One is seen as the deadly seven sins, and the other one,
Okay.
the seven heavenly sins. So, I think that's something where you can improve your vocabulary on. There are certain
Right.
words, especially in vocabulary, which can
Mm-hmm.
have a negative, which will there will be two words, okay, which has the same meaning, but then one would be considered as a negative side, and one will be considered as a positive side.
Right.
Another example for that would be impulsive. The word impulsive. Okay.
Impulsive, yeah.
So it also has another word which is reckless.
Reckless, okay.
Impulsive is more of a positive word. See, for example, its meaning is when you act quickly without thinking, but in a
Right.
positive manner. Say, for example, if a fire has broken, or
Mm-hmm.
if there's an alarm, if you're working in your office and all of a sudden you get threats regarding something related. So that's a moment where you have to act very fast and also react very fast. So that's
Right.
seen as a positive thing. But at the same time, recklessness comes when you take decisions in a very fast way. Say, for example, it can be marriage, it can
Right.
be your profession, where you
Right.
jump into conclusions rather than thinking about it. That is a negative side of it, right? See,
Right.
In here also there are two divisions where it talks about negative and positive. Pride,
Okay.
to an extent, it's seen as a negative word,
Right.
right?
I was
To an extent, but the meaning is similar, that you're being truthful to somebody. You're
okay.
showing your pride there. So
Showing your
there's a
pride.
wonderful book by Jane Austen. The name
Okay.
of the book is Pride and Prejudice. It
Okay.
basically talks about the old British era
Mm-hmm.
where, women are subdued, women are objectified, women are not given the chance to go out, whereas men is seen as the upper hand. They have the upper hand. So it all talks about the prejudice people have towards something. And also at
Got
the
it.
same time, women are trying to become more pride in that. It's a wonderful book. If you can read it, it's an amazing book which anybody can go through. But it's
Okay.
about the olden times,
Okay.
right? So I think that is one way where you can improve your vocabulary. See, whenever you're talking about something or whenever you're giving words which are unfamiliar, you should always get to know if it's a negative word or a positive word. Like I
Okay.
said, impulsive is seen as a positive word. So you
Right.
should know where to use it and where not to use it.
Mm.
So
Right.
that's also a biggest, what you can say, limitation in vocabulary, where you
Mm.
should actually go deep when you're learning a word.
Right.
Right. Yes. So you have to be very careful when you're using words. They say that your tongue is the biggest knife that you can use against somebody, or the biggest
Right.
weapon you can use against somebody, which is actually true in a way, right? You can't take back what you've already said. What has said is has been said. Right.
Right.
So I think that can be a way where you can focus on your vocabulary. Since you said you need to work on your vocabulary, be careful when
Right.
you're doing that. So
Right.
that is something that I also realized throughout my English journey. Right.
Okay.
Yes. So is there anything else that you want to know
Yeah,
regarding
I don't
vocabulary?
know. I don't know few meanings which is mentioned here. You should tell me.
Yes.
Like pride, I know. Envy, I know, but I want to know from you.
Envy is jealousy.
Jealousy. So how do we use this
Yes.
word?
You can use it, say, for example, you're working especially in a law firm, right? You can
Mm.
just, maybe if you feel like somebody is becoming jealousy of you, you can just say, I
Mm-hmm.
think he has envy towards me.
Envy towards me. It's a great word. I think I've never used it. Greed,
Yes, that's
no.
gluttony. Have you heard of the word gluttony?
No, I have never heard it. What is it about?
In Bible, it said that gluttony is a sin.
Okay, no, I don't
Okay,
know.
so basically that it means it has relation with food also, but in general it says that whatever you do after a certain limit, beyond your limit, it's a sin. See, for example, to quench your hunger, you eat a lot of food. But then if you
Overdoing
eat
or
more than what
something.
is desirable for your stomach, then it is a sin. That's the meaning of gluttony. Right. Is
Okay,
it your
so it's a
first
wide
word that
term.
you okay? Is it the first time that you're hearing the word gluttony?
Yeah, it's the first time. Hmm.
I think you can use it also.
Okay, but how to
Yeah,
use it? Use it.
it's a
It,
noun. It's a noun.
it's a noun. Okay.
It's a noun. So like I said, it's basically related to eating or drinking. Say, for example, there are alcoholic people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you can say that he's under gluttony or he is in a gluttony state. Right.
Okay.
That is
Okay.
also something. It's a synonym for greedy. Yeah, I was not getting that word. It's a synonym for greedy. You say
Okay.
that people become greedy, right?
Right.
So it's something related to that. Are you able to understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes. Yes. Good.
Yes. So this, as I said, it's something which has a biblical meaning towards it. Gluttony,
Okay.
excessive consumption of something.
The pronunciation is gluttony
Gluttony,
or
gluttony,
gluttony. Okay.
gluttony. If
Gluttony.
I'm not wrong.
Okay.
Yes.
Quite difficult. Okay. Last I know. ये क्या है? Breath. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Uh,
What is that word?
wrath, wrath.
Wrath. What does this
Yes,
mean?
the W is, see, that's the problem with English. Sometimes the words that you pronounce, right? Most of the words will be silent, the letters.
Ah, right. Sometimes we don't
Wrath
know
is
that.
wrath is basically, it's also, maybe you can say something when you have a lot of anger in you.
Okay.
Yeah, so much anger in you when you're short tempered, right? Instead of short tempered, you can replace it by saying wrath. How to use that word? Uh, his wrath is going out of control.
Okay, got it.
It's
Got it.
related to anger, right? These are
That's
all
right.
nouns which gives characters to people, or which is used to describe people in a, very different way. So some words, like I said, it has to be used in a very careful manner, because
Hmm.
you don't know how it's going to come out, right? Okay.
Got it. Got it.
Is there anything else which you're not
No.
understanding?
Sloth, yeah, sloth also.
You've not heard of the word sloth?
I have
Sloth
heard it,
is,
but
yeah, it's laziness.
laziness. Okay, how to use
Yeah.
it? I've never seen people using these words.
You've heard people using these words.
No, I haven't heard.
It's basically advanced vocabulary. It's not
Okay,
related to, commonly used words. It's basic.
that's why.
So the best thing to have a control, or being able to use all these words, is that every day on a daily basis, write at least 3 to 4 words. Okay, write down 3 to 4 words. Instead of writing the proper meaning of that word, write the synonym of the word. So it will be
Hmm.
more better for you to understand. See, the word wrath, you can, opposite, you can write great anger, or too much anger, or short tempered. That's the synonym. At the
Okay.
same time, for sloth, you can write down as laziness.
Laziness. Yeah, laziness I've heard. Sluggish I have heard.
Yes, these are all synonyms.
Yeah, like those are the easily words, common words which people use while having conversation. So,
Sluggish. Sluggish is a good word. I mean, I like words which have a l sound. It's pretty fascinating for me. I don't know if many people have that, but certain
okay,
stressful words, right? I love to
okay.
pronounce, like gluttony, sluggish.
Wow.
So the
And you're
l
pronouncing
sound.
it very nicely, actually. I've heard it many times and I've noticed this thing that how accurate she's like pronouncing it. Not able to
Yeah.
do it. Good.
So that I always believe in something called clarity. And that's
Clarity.
something that I always focus on, because without clarity, there's no point in going forward. See, I might be a person who has advanced vocabulary, or I might be a person who's damn fluent in the language. But if I start pronouncing things in a way that people don't understand, then I don't think there's
That's
a whole purpose in going forward with it. So that's why I
that's
always tell my learners, focus on clarity rather than
that's true.
becoming, a very prolific or a very proficient speaker. Try to make sure you're able to make the other person understand what you're trying to say.
That's true. That is
Yeah,
also my philosophy of life. That if you want to communicate, the person should be understand that what you are trying to say, what you are expressing. Sometimes it's
exactly.
difficult to make them understand a particular situation. But
Hmm.
even then, if you are able to do it, I think you are good to go. But
Exactly.
sometimes people make complicated those easy things which person can understand like easily, but they make
Hmm.
them complicated by using different words and different expressions. So yeah,
Exactly, exactly. So I don't really go with using advanced vocabulary. See, these are words which I know meaning, but it's very rare that I use all this. I might be good in telling you what's the meaning of it, but when coming to the sentence, I think I might get you know, uh, a little lazy to use it, think and use it properly. So that's the thing. Everybody has some or the other difficulties when it comes to learning a language. That's why I focus more on clarity. See, I am a spoken English trainer here. I am a person who has to help students to communicate. If they don't understand what I am trying to say, then what's the point in me
what's
teaching
the
them?
point?
So I
Exactly.
always try to stick on to simple language so that people will
Mm,
understand. But there are people who are good in this language. With them, I can use a little bit of advance because they are through it.
poet,
They
right.
have gone through that phase, right?
Right.
So clarity is something that I take up as my motto when learning a language. It can be seen in your mother tongue also. If you just simply go
Mhm.
like an express train, do you think people will understand? Especially,
Mm,
non-native speakers,
right,
that
right.
becomes a challenge for them, right? So using vocabulary is good, but know your audience first. That's the biggest,
That's
challenge someone can always take up, right?
right, right.
Yes, yes. So how are you with vocabulary? Are you able to use it up, or you're just brainstorming it?
Honestly speaking, I'm not able to use all of them, whatever I have learned, and I'm not learning through word to word or like dictionary. No, my learning method is very simple. I just observe people, and if I find something good, for example, sluggish, I've heard this word somewhere and I learn it. I've recently learned the word stagnant. I've heard it somewhere and I observe it and I feel like that I should use it. I kept thinking about the word for a few days and I try to use it. So this is how I'm trying to do. But whenever I have a heart-to-heart conversation with somebody, I forgot all of them. I speak very basic English, even though I know all those words. I'm not able to use them during that condition. But yeah, if I'm
Understand.
speaking consciously, professionally, if somebody's asked me that, okay, you have to speak with good number of vocabulary, then I put some pressure on my mind and I try to recall all those vocabulary which I already knew. And that's how I'm able to use it. So
Okay.
consciously it's coming, but unconsciously it's not yet coming.
In a normal conversation, it's difficult for you to take it up,
Right.
right? But if you're well prepared for it, there are high chances that you can use it properly.
Mhm, definitely, yeah.
I
That's
think
true.
I think to an extent it's fine that way, because when you're prepared for something, you become more conscious about it, right? And
That's
you tend to be perfect in that. So you put in a lot of effort for that, right?
exactly.
But while having a normal conversation, you don't have to do that. Your whole purpose is to make sure the other person is able to understand. That's the whole definition of communication itself. You're supposed to
That is
understand
true.
what I'm trying to say, and I'm supposed to understand what you're trying to say. Right.
That is so
So
true.
I think it's to an extent it's fine that way. For me also it was the same way. I was not able to have, a profound language or a profound fluency when I was talking, having a normal conversation. But at the same time, if I'm coming prepared, I think I'll be extra careful, I'll be extra conscious, I'll be extra anxious, everything comes in. So I thought
Everything.
let's just do that for when you're focusing on something. But at the same time, if just I'm just having a normal conversation, I think it's always good to go with the flow rather than making, okay, I have to use this, I have to use this, please. Your brain itself will get confused. Why is this person always doing such kinds of things? Why is she
But
not constant, right?
you know what? Yesterday I got some free time, so I was scrolling Instagram after a long time, and I got to know a lot of reels where there is a one particular girl. She makes or create content about Gen Zs. So she
Okay.
was using different Gen Z slangs which I don't know, and I was feeling like what when I was like literally shocked. And the words they are pronouncing, the way of pronouncing those words is also different. It's not that we are pronouncing clearly pronouncing each and every syllable. They don't do it. They make it
Mm,
very short. So there is a
yes.
lot of competition now, especially for me. The platform where I am, like YouTube, people want me to speak a good number of vocabulary so they can incorporate those words in their day-to-day language, or maybe they need some
Understood.
professional level. I don't need
Understood.
vocabulary, to be honest, because in my profession, I have to deal with the judge, and there are limited vocabulary related to those legal concept, because
Mm-hmm.
only there is one kind of work which I'm doing every day, attending hearing
Yes.
for trademarks. So my vocabulary is limited to that, and I can speak that. But when
Hmm.
it comes to speaking about other things, other areas of language, or maybe any different topic, then I realize that I don't know words. I'm, struggling to find appropriate word for that particular situation. That is the
Hmm.
main problem which is happening with me. And I'm trying to resolve it just by using one or two vocabulary, different vocabulary in each of my session. This is how I'm inculcating all those words. But yeah,
Yes.
it is taking a lot of time.
It takes a lot of time because
Yeah,
vocabulary is not something that you can digest all of a sudden.
that's
Like,
right.
like Shashi Tharoor said, you need to see it quite a few times. Only then it'll get registered inside your mind, right? So the
Mm.
thing with pronunciation also, that's the problem. Pronunciation has come to a point that you can pronounce it in any way. There's no proper pronunciation for it. See, I was recently watching a reel where they were showing American pronunciation and British pronunciation. That's when I realized a lot of things are not mispronounced. It's just that in
Mispronounce.
different accents, it's in a different way. See,
Different.
the word root. We say it is root. In British English also it's root. But in American English, it is route.
Okay, I did not know that.
The spelling is same, but the pronunciation is different. So that's the same with vase and vase. VASE, the flower vase, right? We say it
Yes.
is flower vase, but in American English it's vase.
Was. Yeah, there are
So
few
yeah,
words. Even I have noticed even yesterday there's a word situation. People say situation. I have heard it many times. I don't know whether it's correct or not, but I've heard people saying it. One
yes.
other word is often. We put T silent here, but people say often. This is
Yeah,
also I have
often is
heard.
American English. Often is
Yeah.
in British English. The
British
same with
English.
iron, IRON. In American or in British, I don't know, it is pronounced as iron.
Okay. And we say
And
iron.
we say iron because mostly we see R as silent, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
there's a lot of confusion when it comes to pronunciation. Like I said, it is reached to a point that any pronunciation is fine. So I
Yep.
had this bad habit of, correcting
Mhm.
everybody when they pronounce it in a wrong way. But then now I realize what was even I thinking when I did that, because most of the pronunciations are correct. Right.
Right. Right. Right.
Exactly. So there's always a confusing word. The spelling is Content. Okay. The spelling
Content
is
of.
same.
Okay.
That's the confusion. So this is a word which I always correct people.
Content.
Content is the spelling. Okay, but
Okay.
it is pronounced in two ways and it has two different meanings.
Two different
First
meanings,
one
right?
is first one is content, where the
Happy.
meaning is a feeling of satisfaction or happiness.
Satisfaction.
The
Happiness.
other one is content,
Okay.
which
Yeah.
is the content that you get, the
Right.
information that you get. So this was
Right.
something I realized way back, and
Okay.
I've also done a video regarding this. But then when I went for B.Ed, I realized that even teachers are making the same mistake. They're just considering it as one pronunciation, content, content, content. So
It's
I
one
can't correct
perfection.
teachers, right? So I stopped myself, and then my friends were like, please tell them. And then I made sure I made a video on that and I put it as my status. That's when teachers realized, okay, this is the correct pronunciation. So I have this very
Okay.
bad habit. So I had this from a very young age, correcting people in their pronunciation. That's when my mom told, please go work as a teacher. This you can't do any other profession. You have the ability to correct people, so do that. So
That's
then yeah.
great. So don't say
Yeah,
it's a
but
bad habit. It's a unique habit, I can say, and it's a good to correct people when they're making mistakes. Yeah.
but not many people would like that.
Yeah,
Especially
that is also
teachers. You
true.
just imagine,
Yes.
right? If I go correct them, it's not good.
Right.
It's like offending
Right.
them in or the other way, but
Um,
which I don't like. See, the same with me also. If a student comes and corrects me, I will feel embarrassed because
Okay.
I'm working in this field and somebody comes and tells me this is not right what you're doing. I'll obviously, even though if I've made a mistake, I have to accept it. But that thought will be there inside my head that okay, he corrected me. I'm feeling so embarrassed. That thought will be there inside your head. It can be in any
Got it.
profession, right?
Got it. But
Yes.
luckily, but I am not like that. Even if someone who's younger than me, he's correcting me, I happily accept that and try to improve that. So that is one thing I feel that it's a quality which is not like in everyone. Because being a human, sometimes you feel offended. And
Yes.
because
No,
you can say that maybe I'm on a platform where people giving me just opinions and I'm getting habitual of it. Maybe that might be the reason. And
maybe
it's not
that can also
comfortable.
be. Look, I accept the mistake, but then inside you'll feel okay. Why did I make this mistake? You'll have that triggering part
Got it.
inside your head, right?
I
Why
got
did
it.
I make this? I feel so bad. I
Yeah.
feel ashamed of myself.
Right.
That thought will be there, right?
And that's a
Just that.
human
But I
nature, I
always
feel.
yes, that's a
Yeah,
basic human nature, right?
basic
If
human nature.
even if it's your profession, even if I correct you,
Right.
but still you'll have that thought, oh God, I made
Maybe,
that
right.
mistake. That
Got it.
shy or that ashamed kind of feeling, nothing else. Right.
That's true. Agree.
Yes, exactly. So, thank you so much, Karishma. It was lovely having a conversation with you. Since I watched a lot of videos, I didn't expect you to come for my session also. So, thank you so
Okay.
much for connecting. It was lovely connecting with you. And I hope I was beneficial in some or the other way and I didn't disappoint you in some or the other way. Right?
No, obviously. Yeah, thank you so
Yes.
much. Even it's a, I feel that it's an engaging conversation. I didn't even realize it's like already 25 minutes have passed.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So
So,
thank you
thank you
so
so
much.
much. Have a
Yeah.
wonderful day. Take care. Bye.
Bye bye.